Nithyananda, and welcome to today's Nithyananda Yoga. Before we begin, let us invoke Swamiji's presence by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam. Let's all sit straight, close our eyes, bring our hands into the Namaskar Mudra. Take a moment to visualize Swamiji in our inner space. Take a deep breath and let's chant the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Bandvatītam Gagana-sadrisham Tattvamasya-adilaksham Ekam nityam vimalamachalam Sarvadi sakshibhutam Bhavatītam triguna-rahitam Sadgurum tam namami.
We'll now chant the Shivamula mantra. Please chant the Shivamula mantra internally. We will chant the Shivamula mantra externally for you. Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha. 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 Let us now perform the Tattvachmani, ritualistic cleansing. With your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, please take 3 sips of water as we chant the following 3 mantras. Om Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Shiva-tattvam shodhayami svadha. Rinse your right hand with the water from the Panchapatram. Now with the base of your right hand thumb, wipe your lips from right to left twice. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Rinse your hand again. With the tips of your index, middle, and ring fingers touch above your upper lip and below your lower lip. Rinse your hand once more time. With the index finger and thumb of the right hand, touch your right nostril, left nostril. The ring finger and thumb join together. Touch your right eye, right ear, and left ear. Rinse your hand again. Now with the little finger and thumb join together, touch your navel, right chest, left chest. Then with all the tips of your fingers touch the top of your head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and the center of your chest. Wash your hand one last time. We'll now perform the Sankalpa mantra. Conscious resolution to manifest the ultimate Paramashiva from this ritual of Sakala Vinyasa Krama. Clasp your right hand in your left hand and keep both your hands on your right thigh. Take a moment now to visualize all the most auspicious blessings manifesting through you, your body, and your consciousness. Visualize a healthy body manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva, radiating the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Mamopatta samasta duritakshe dvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham cha Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Vidya Pararthe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvata Manvantare Ashtavimshatitame Nitya Yuge Pradhame Pade Jambudvipe भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शखाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसु नाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने लक्ष्मी वेंकटेश्वर ऋतौ कन्यामासे शुक्लपक्षे त्रयोदश्यां शुभतिथौ भानुवासरयुक्तायां षट्भिषा नक्षत्र गन्धयोग तैतिलकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वराभिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्तृ श्रीमत् परम शिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहलादि समस्त बिरडा बल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्यापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पाण्य महाराज गुरु शपन शाख्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहार द्वदोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरी योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनुविक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्याद्य नवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ नवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगत गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सचिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठा श्रीमद् जगत गुरु श्री लश्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थम समस्त मंगलावाप्यर्थम भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दीर्घात्रिक योगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थम नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. After chanting Sankalpa, rinse your right hand one more time. The Panchapatra Muddarani. Om Abhaupasprisya.
Yes, let's all now keep our Panchapatram and Udhani aside and away, and let's all stand up for a quick warm up to wake ourselves up. So let's all begin with a little bit of warm up to wake ourselves up, to stretch ourselves a little bit before we enter into the yoga. So let's first begin with slowly rotating our neck. You can all start by rotating your neck in a clockwise direction. Go slowly as possible. But push your neck as far as possible, stretching all the muscles of the neck, relaxing it completely. And now you can also switch the directions, going in the opposite side, pushing your neck in every single direction as you go. Feel the stretch happening all around your neck. Next, we'll be moving to a little to the shoulders. So now you can all bring your hands to your shoulders and just start rotating your hands in a clockwise direction. Once again, push your hands all the way forward as much as you can. Make as big a circle as possible. Rotate your shoulders now in the opposite direction. Yes, now let's all stretch our hands. Stretch your hands as far as possible and now rotate your hands. You can push your hands, interlacing your fingers, push your hands all the way down. Let's stretch our wrists. Now keep your palms facing down. And now raise your hands like with your hands interlaced above your head. And now bend to the side. Bend all the way as much as you can to the side, stretching the side of your body, your stomach, your shoulders. And now the opposite side. Once again, let's stretch the opposite side. And now once again to the other side. Now slowly relax and bring your hands to your side. Now we'll bring our hands to our hip and we're going to do a nice wide hip rotation. Go as wide as possible and feel the stretch happening as you move forward, then bringing your hips to the side, going backward. Push your hips as wide as possible. And now let's move in the opposite direction. Yes. Now we are going to be doing another stretch for our back as well and the hips. So now bring one hand to your chest and stretch the other hand out. And now you're going to just push yourself as much as you can, turning as back as possible each time you turn. Push yourself as much as you can and feel the stretch in your upper back, your shoulders, your hips. Yes, relax And now we'll go to our knees. You can bring your hands to your knees and now do a nice big rotation with your knees. You can start with the clockwise and then move to the anti-clockwise. Yes, let's relax and now move to the ankles. Now you can stretch either leg and now rotate your ankle. Do a nice big rotation. Push your leg as far as you can each time you move it. You perform in the opposite direction. Yes, let's now switch legs. Once again, pushing your leg nicely, giving it a nice stretch. Now you can move the legs in the opposite direction. Yes. So now we'll be entering into the skeleton dance. So as you're standing, now just close your eyes and let's all take a minute to visualize ourselves as a complete skeleton structure. Each part of your body is independent. No skin, no muscles, nothing is there. Not even your identity. Drop everything at Swamiji's feet. It is just yourself completely now bones. Take a moment to set this visualization into our inner space, seeing each part of your body from your toes to the head completely now as a skeleton structure. Now slowly start moving your fingers and your toes. Gradually increase the intensity. Let's move to our knees and elbows, shoulders and hips. And even move your neck also. And slowly start moving your entire body. Each part of your body is now independent, moving in its own direction.
மேளதாளம் முழங்க கச்சேரி வச்சு ஆனந்தமா போற்றி பாடி கொண்டாடுங்கடி. மாத்திவிட மன எண்ணும் அந்த எண்ணும் அதை தாண்டும் நிலை காட்டிவிட
Few more moments. Let's keep the intensity. Keep moving your body. Shake, 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 shake. Now, come to a standstill completely. Stop moving your body. Just stop all the movement. Bring yourself together. Intensely breathe in as deeply as you can. Breathe out as deeply as you can. Your breathing can be fast, but breathe as intensely, as deeply, and as slowly as possible. Inhale as deeply as you can, and exhale as deeply as you can. Just see how your body is slowly relaxing. See your entire body now awake, alive, energized. As Swamiji beautifully says, that you don't need to wait for the energy to come from somewhere, but you yourself are manifesting it. You yourself are Paramashiva. Now you can all slowly open your eyes and settle down. Yes. So yesterday we stopped with asana number 50, and today we'll be continuing from there. We'll be entering into the next asana, which is Unmukha Pitasana. Now, from a seated position that we are in, let us now come into a plank position. So, coming into a position with your feet and hands on the ground, we'll now be bending our elbows to the ground. Bend your elbows and bring your elbows and palms to the ground. And now lift your knees up, lift your heels up, lift your hips up, and try to bring your heels onto the ground. Try to push your heels to the ground. You can walk your feet forward to do that. This is Ummukha Asana. In this asana, we are visualizing Swamiji in our inner space. Use your core muscles to balance yourself, to keep yourself up. The pranayama we are performing is the Rechaka Kumbhaka, which is where we are going to inhale as deeply as possible, and then as we exhale, hold the breath for a moment and then inhale again. Gaze at your third eye as you perform this asana. Look forward, tilt your neck forward, look forward and up at your third eye. Perform the Mula Bandha, tightening the perineal muscles, and the japa we're going to be performing is Sada Shivoham.
पुण्यस्थो जानुनीहस्तो चतुष्पदो नवान्मुखम् उत्तानपीठाङ्घ्रियुगलम् कटिस्थलमभिरुका.
Now slowly bring your knees down and raise your hands up as we now move into the next asana, which is Vashishthasana. So in Vashishthasana, from a seated position, now we can once again enter into a plank position. Bring your hands onto the ground. And now we are going to be turning onto one side. So you can we're going to be having a little few variations to make this asana easier for everyone. So first basic version, if you find it very difficult, what you can do is keep your leg stretched, one leg stretched, and the other leg, the other knee on the ground. Then you can place one hand on the ground and stretch the opposite hand up to the sky. So look at the hand which is raised as well. So this is a very easy version of Vashishthasana that most of us should be able to do. Next step is stretching both the legs. But when you stretch both the legs, some of us may find it difficult to balance. So you can keep one foot forward and the other foot back. So one foot you can keep it forward, one foot you can keep it back. Whichever is comfortable, either the top foot is forward and the bottom foot is backward, or the opposite way around. Whichever is easier for you, that's fine. And at the same time, you can also move it one step further where you stack your feet. So this is the various different variations of Vashishthasana. Now, in your inner space, you're going to visualize the great sage Vashishta. Gaze to the ceiling, towards the palm, towards the hands, which is raised. You're continuing to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka and the Mula Bandha. Tighten your perineal muscles to keep your balance. You'll see it helps you really very much to balance yourself and keep your hips up. Also make sure that you're not keeping your hips slacked or you're not keeping your hips so high. And the japa we're going to be performing is Sada Shivoham.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठ मरीचिहलमस्त्यकं परिवृत्तिं चोदरस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
Relax. Slowly come down. You can take a moment to relax your wrists. You can Turn your wrists in the opposite direction, pushing your wrists down. Catch your breath. Relax your hands. Yes, we'll now be moving to perform Vasishthasana on the opposite side as well. So now, previously we did on the left hand. Now we'll be doing the same asana on the right hand. So now, first let's again the easier variation, keeping your right hand on the ground. You can keep the bottom leg on the ground, the knee on the ground, the opposite leg is stretched, and now turn upwards towards the ceiling. So this is the easier variation for all of us. Now, going one step further, stretch your legs, and you can keep one foot forward and the other foot back. Continue to maintain your hips in a straight line. As you can see the Acharya, how he is having his hips in a complete straight line. Keep your hips in a straight line. Gaze upwards towards the ceiling. And moving one step further, you can stack your feet, keeping one foot on top of the other and balancing. Once again, continue to visualize the great sage Vasishta and the internal japa of Sada Shivoham.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठा मरीचिहलमस्यकं परिवृत्तिं चोधरस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
Relax slowly. Bring yourself down. Bring yourself into a comfortable seated position with your legs stretched in front of you. As we now move into the next asana, which is Anjani Asana. So in Anjani Asana, with our legs stretched in front of us, our toes pointed up, we are going to be bringing the palms under us. Your palms are going to be facing up and your hands are going to be straight. Try to straighten your elbows as much as you can. So when you do this, automatically you will have to keep your back straight. Keep your back straight, your elbows straight, your neck straight. And now in this asana, we'll be visualizing Bhagavan Hanuman in our inner space. Feel the intense energy and presence of Bhagavan Hanuman throughout your body. Gaze to the tip of your nose. Bring your awareness to the tip of the nose. As a reminder, when we perform this drishti gaze at a particular point, it immensely helps us to unclutch, to stop the random thoughts that's happening inside us and come to a space of awareness to ourselves. We are going to be performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka, where we're going to inhale and exhale completely. And as you exhale, hold your breath for a moment and then move on with the cycle of inhalation. The bandhas we are going to be performing are the Mula Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha. So as you tighten your perineal muscles, you're also going to lock your chin to the chest. Bring your chin down to the chest. You can take a deep inhalation, and as you exhale, you can lock your chin to the chest, stopping the breath and then inhale again. The new japa we are going to be having is Mahasada Shivoham.
धोकर की उभय हथेली कोरवारली मेले भेली सो आगाम ने भूपरिदासे महाम ने अंगुली मिलिरासे.
Yes. Now relax. You can remove your hands from under you. As we now move into the next asana, which is going to be Paschimottanasana. So in Paschimottanasana, from a seated position, we are going to now raise our hands all the way up. Take a nice deep inhalation. Raise your hands all the way up. Pull your spine up. It's not just keeping your hands up. Pull your spine up. Taking a nice deep inhalation over here. And as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down. And not just crunching your back. You're not going to be focusing on hunching your back, but pushing your hips forward, pushing your chest forward and down. Lower your head, face your head down. Don't try to look at where you're holding, whether you're able to hold your toes, whether you're able to hold only your knees. Whatever position you are in is fine. Understand that yoga does not happen overnight. But when we keep the will persistence, it manifests in us. So completely exhale as you move forward and down and perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, holding your breath for a moment. Each time you exhale, try to lower yourself a little bit further. And if you're not able to move forward, just stay there. That is fine. Stay wherever you are. Do not release yet. Let's hold on just a few more moments. Bring awareness to the place you're feeling that pain, that uncomfort, that discomfort. Bring your awareness to that point, to that part of your body, and see what is happening there. How the muscles are stretching, how the tendons and ligaments are stretching. Bring awareness to the entire process. You will see automatically the pain disappears. So push yourself as much as it is only entering into the discomfort. See, there's two differences. There's a point where you feel discomfort. There's a point where you feel absolute pain. Do not push yourself to the pain. Just push yourself to the point where you're able to feel that discomfort, because that is where the stretch happens. That is where you're stretching, you're pushing yourself to the next level. Now in this asana, we are going to be visualizing Swamiji. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you're performing this asana. We're going to continue performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka. The bandha we are performing over here is the Mahamudra bandha. So you can tighten your perineal muscles as you're performing this asana. Lock your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha and Udyana Bandha is where we are going to be pulling our stomach in and up. And when you perform the Udyana Bandha, you will actually see that it helps you to move further forward. You'll be able to go an inch more forward when you perform the Udyana Bandha. And the internal japa we are performing is Mahasada Shivoham.
जानु परिललाटं तु पश्चिमं तानमुच्यते येन केन प्रकारेण सुखं दार्यं च जायते.
Let's continue to stay here. Continue to stay in that same position. As you know, just bring your hands behind your neck. Raise up slowly. Raise up slowly, and then you can again taking another deep breath. As you exhale, lean forward and down, pushing yourself down. This is the next asana of Ugrasana. Keep pushing yourself forward and down and stay there as long as you're able to. Once again, bring awareness to the point where you're feeling that discomfort and see how your body is reacting, how your body is responding to the stretch that you're doing. Do not feel that you're not doing the asana properly because you're not able to touch your forehead all the way down. That is fine. Just focus on wherever you are. You are going to do your best. You are going to push yourself as much as possible. Keep pushing yourself forward, and the internal visualization is of Devi Kali. You can visualize Devi Kali in your inner space. The pranayama we are performing the pranayama we are going to be performing is the Rechaka Kumbhaka. The bandha is going to be the Mahamudra bandha once again. So as we are in this position already, you can tighten your perineal muscles into the Mula bandha. Your chin is already pressed against your neck, and you can perform the Udyana bandha, pulling your stomach in and up as you move forward and down. The japa continues to be Mahasada Shivoham.
सुपानिभ्यां दृढं दत्त्वा जानुपरि शिरोन्यसेत् आसनोग्रमिदं प्रोक्तं भवेद् नीलदीपनम्.
So now we'll be moving into the next asana. The next asana we're going to be performing is Marichi asana. So now we'll be bringing one foot close to us. So you can start with bending your left knee. So bend your left knee and bring your knee to the chest. Bend your knee and bring your knee to the chest. And now, bringing your hands inside the knee, you're going to be bending forward, and with your left hand, you're going to bring your left hand around the left knee and bring your hands around to the back and interlace your fingers. As you perform this, you're going to try to bring your forehead to the knees of the leg which is stretched. This is Marichi asana. Now once again in this position as well, let's take a few minutes to do the asana. Give ourselves a nice stretch. So let's first, wherever we are, whichever position we are in, stay in that position. Don't rise out of that position. You can move further down, but let's stay there. So keep pushing yourself forward and down, and not just bending your back. Try to move your entire upper body forward. In our inner space, we are going to be visualizing the great sage Marichi, and the pranayama is going to be the Rechaka Kumbhaka. The bandha for this asana is only the Mula bandha, where we will be tightening the perineal muscles. And the japa we are going to be performing is Mahasada Shivoham.
तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गष्टप्रसारणे.
Now slowly release your hands and raise up. And as you raise up, lower the left knee to the ground. As we now move into the next asana, which is Mahamudrasana. So now in Mahamudrasana, keeping the right leg stretched, we are now going to be leaning forward and down and holding on to our right leg, bringing our forehead down to the right knee. So lean forward and down. Once again, it's not just about bending your back alone. Push your entire upper body forward and down. And if you see that you are already able to perform the asana, you think you're already able to do the asana completely, first try to bring your forehead to the ground. And if you're able to also bring your forehead to the ground, we can perform a slight variation of this asana, where you're going to be holding your leg from the side, which will give you a little different kind of stretch. So now holding your right leg with your right hand, now you're going to be bringing your left hand above you, so slightly turning to the opposite side. So slightly turn inward and bring your hand above you and hold the leg. So whichever level you are in, you can perform that. Now in your inner space, you're going to be visualizing Swamiji. And again, continue to hold yourself wherever you are. Continue to hold yourself in whichever position you are in. We are also going to be performing the Rechak Kumbhaka, where each time you inhale and exhale, holding your breath for a moment and then continuing the cycle. The bandha we are performing is the Mahamudra bandha. So you are going to tighten your perineal muscles, lock your chin to the chest and pull your stomach in and up. The drishti gaze for this asana is the tip of the nose. So fix your awareness at the tip of the nose, and the japa continues to be Maha Sada Shivoham.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्ते यस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाध्या पुरागताः.
Now slowly rise up. And now let's stretch the opposite leg forward, bending the right leg towards the chest. Now bring your right hand inside of your right leg. Bring your right hand inside the right leg. And now you're going to bring your right hand around the right leg and behind, and at the same time also bring your left hand around your back and interlace your fingers. This is Mahamudrasana. This is Ugrasana. So now in this asana, we are going to be again focusing on pushing the entire upper body down. Visualize the great sage Marichi in your inner space and perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. For this asana, the bandha we are performing is only Mula bandha, and continue to chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham.
तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गष्टप्रसारणे.
Slowly release your hands and now bring the right foot to the base of the inner thigh, bringing the knees down, and now we are going to be moving into Mahamudrasana. So now you're going to be once again raising your hands all the way up. Take a nice deep breath and lower your entire upper body forward. Not just hunching your back forward, but also try to push your entire upper body down, all the way from the base of the spine. Push your entire body forward. Once again, keep holding the position wherever you are. Let's continue to stay there. Do not give up. Do not just relax. Stay there. Push yourself forward. In your inner space, visualize Swamiji. Whatever discomfort, whatever feeling you're having of giving up, unclutch from that. Drop it at Swamiji's feet. Push as much as you can. Do not go to a position or to a stretch that you're not able to, or where it's hurting you too much, but slightly push yourself so that you're able to achieve that stretch, you're able to have a breakthrough. Now in your inner space, continue to visualize Swamiji, and the drishti gaze for this asana is the tip of the nose. So fix your awareness that we are going to be performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and exhaling completely, holding the breath, and then inhaling again. We are going to be performing the Mahamudra Bandha, so locking the perineal muscles, bringing the chin to the chest and pulling the stomach in and up. And the japa we are going to be performing is Mahasada Shivoham.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाध्याः पुरागताः.
Relax and slowly bring yourself up. Take a moment to stretch your legs and just shake them out a little bit. Shake your toes, shake your knees. Just relax your hips as well. If you want, you can turn to the side. Yes, so the next asana we're going to be entering into is Bhadrasana 2. So from this asana we'll be entering into another sequence of stretches for a different part of our body. So starting with Bhadrasana 2, we'll be bringing the soles of our feet together. Bring the soles of your feet together and bring your feet all the way as close to you as possible. Now interlace your fingers around the feet. This is Bhadrasana. So at the same time, we are also going to be trying to bring the knees to the ground. So what you can do is you can bring your elbows onto your knees and then push them down. You can bring your elbows to your shins or knees and push your legs lower Now in your inner space, you're going to be visualizing Swamiji. The gaze for this asana is the third eye. So bring your awareness, fix your gaze at the third eye. And we'll now be continuing to perform the Rechika Kumbhaka. The bandha we are performing for this asana is the Mula bandha, and the japa is going to be Mahasada Shivoham.
गुल्पोतु विषणस्यादः शीवन्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत् पादपार्श्वे तु पाणिभ्यां दृढं बद्ध्वा सुनिश्चलम्.
Now you can slowly raise up as we move into the next asana, which is Gvalipavasana. So in Gvalipavasana, moving the feet slightly forward, you're going to bring your hands onto your knees and now gently press the knees down. Try to bring your knees as low as possible. If your hips are really tight and you're not able to do this, that's fine. How much ever you're able to do, you can bring your knees as low as possible and hold the position. In your inner space, visualize Swamiji. The drishti gaze we are performing is to the tip of the nose. Bring the awareness, gaze at the tip of the nose. Pranayama we are performing is the Rechika Kumbhaka. The bandha we are going to be performing is the Mula bandha, tightening the perineal muscles and locking the chin to the chest in Jalandhara bandha. The japa is going to continue to be Mahasada Shivoham.
पूर्वाचरपट चौक कह्यो सोई बाद बीदिको कीची सोई यामे येड़ी भीमन जुरासे अंगुल आत अंतरो रासे.
Yes, now you can relax and we are going to be moving into the next asana, which is Joni Asana. So now in Joni Asana, once again we are pulling our feet as close to us as possible. And now you're going to be holding your feet with all the fingers. So now holding the feet with all the fingers, slowly lower yourself onto the feet. Bring your chest down, bring your forehead down, bring your entire body down. And if you see, this is actually going to give you another level of stretch itself. So wherever you are, that is fine. It is not that you have to push yourself to come into this position. Force yourself into the position. Give yourself a gentle stretch, moving forward as much as you can, even if it's just a few inches, or you're able to move all the way forward. That is great. The only thing is slowly start moving yourself forward. Don't just stay there. Don't feel impossibility. Move yourself forward. Move yourself step by step. The visualization we are going to be having is of the Joni Mandala, of the Yoni Mandala, the physical representation of Devi Paramashiva Shakti. Gaze to the tip of your nose. Continue to breathe in and breathe out as deeply as you can. The breathing helps immensely in the stretch. It helps a lot in stretching and relaxing the muscles. The bandha for this asana is only the Mula bandha, and we are going to chant the internal japa of Maha Sada Shivoham.
दो भगतली संपुट करे येडी मेडी के दिगधरे आर्त आर्त को अंतर रासे इलात पगथल्याम ऊपर दासे.
Now you can slowly raise yourself up. Slowly bring yourself up. Take a moment to just relax. You can slightly bring your feet forward as we now move into the next asana, which is Midaki Pavasana. So in Midaki Pavasana, we are going to be bringing our feet almost 1 foot apart. Move your feet 1 hand distance forward, and you're also going to be keeping the heels apart and the toes apart. Now we're going to stretch our hands to the sides. Bring your hands to the sides, and now slowly once again we're going to be leaning forward and down, bringing the forehead to our feet. Once again, wherever you are, whichever position you are in, that is fine. Just focus on moving forward. Whether you're just an inch in front or you're all the way down to your heels, push yourself forward. You can even try to touch your forehead to the ground behind your heels. So that's a little bit more challenging if you're already able to perform the asana. For all of us who are not yet there, let's continue to push forward and down, bringing the forehead step by step. Once again, the visualization for this asana is going to be Swamiji. The gaze is going to be to the tip of the nose. Bring your awareness to the tip of the nose. We are going to be performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka intensely. And the bandha is Mula bandha. Tightening the perineal muscles. Internally, we'll be chanting the japa. Maha Sada Shivoham.
पूर्व विधि परिभगतली संपुट सोल येदि मिलिरासे ये द्यासो माहिली कानी अंगुल दो अंतर लेलाट धरती लगावे.
Now you can slowly raise up. Slowly relax. Let's continue to keep the legs in the same position as we now move into Siddha Samadhi Asana. So now in Siddha Samadhi Asana, we are going to be bringing the forearms under the legs. So you're going to be leaning forward and bringing your forearms under the legs with the palms facing upward. This is Siddha Samadhi Asana. Now in Siddha Samadhi Asana, there is 2 levels where first you're going to be focusing on bringing yourself down And once you have brought yourself down, you're going to try to touch your heels. But if you're already able to perform that, then you can pull your legs even closer to your perineum and bring the toes and touch the back of the throat. So with your toes, you're going to try to touch the back of your throat. So now let's all continue to focus on leaning forward, bringing yourself down step by step. In your inner space, the visualization we are going to hold is of Bhagavan Surya. Gaze to the tip of the nose. The pranayama we are performing is Rechaka Kumbhaka and the bandha is Mula bandha. Continue to chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham.
लो भगतिली संपुट करे सोले मेद आगामे धरे अंगुल आत अंतरो रासे येदी को आसे विधि दासे.
Now slowly, let's relax, bringing the hands from under the feet. As we now move into the next asana, which is Chinaki Pavasana. So in Chinaki Pavasana, we are going to be bringing the feet as close to us as possible. And now hold the respective foot with all the fingers. So your thumb is going to be inside and your fingers are going to be outside of the foot. Now slowly open the feet like you would a book. So again here also there is different levels. You can start with just trying to open your feet, your toes. So bring your hands all the way forward and you can hold your toes and open them. Then if you bring your hands even further back, you will be able to open your entire foot. Little more, you bring your hands all the way to the ankles. Then you will be able to open your foot even more, opening the entire foot upward, bringing the entire foot up like you would open a book. Now bring your elbows down. So you're going to be bringing your elbows to the side of your knees or shins, and now continue to keep opening your feet as much as you can. In your inner space, visualize Swamiji. The drishti gaze we are going to be having for this asana is to the tip of the nose. We are going to continue performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka, perform the Mula bandha, and the internal japa is continuing to be Maha Sada Shivoham.
दो भगा की एड़ी धरती मगिवा मेद लगावे.
Just relax and slowly you can rise up. And now we move into the next asana, which is Charapata Chokasana. So in Charapata Chokasana, we are going to be bringing the heels all the way as close to us as possible and bring the palms to the knees. Place your palms on the respective knee. Now raising your elbows up you're going to be pressing your knees all the way to the ground. Make sure you're pulling your leg all the way close to you, as close to you as possible, and bring your hands to your knees and push your knees all the way down. This is Charapati Chokasana. Internally, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The Drishti gaze we are going to be performing for this asana is to the third eye. We are going to be performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka, and the bandhas for this asana are Moola Bandha and Udyana Bandha. So if you're able to perform the asana already, you're already able to bring your knees all the way down, then you can focus on the Udyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up as you perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Each time you exhale and hold the breath, pull your stomach in and up, hold the breath, and then relax. The japa we are going to be performing is Mahasada Shivoham.
दो भगतली संपुट धारे आगाम ने कर जाने पसारे गोड़ा भूसो लगातार आसे हाथ दो गोड़ा परिदासा.
Relax slowly, and we now be moving into the next asana, which is a little challenging asana, Bhairavasana. So now that we have given our thighs a little stretch, we are going to be going step by step. So for Bhairavasana, you don't need to perform the full asana right now itself. We are going to be going step by step, and there is many ways to perform this asana. So first, what you can try is, one way you can try to get into the asana is by coming onto your toes and then slowly sinking your hips down. And then as you sink your hips down, also try to bring your knees to the ground as well. So this is one way you can do it. The other way you can also do is one leg at a time. So from a sitting position, you can pull just one leg towards your perineum. So bring your knees up, bring one hand under the foot, one hand above the foot, and slowly bring yourself all the way, bring your foot all the way up. Keep the toes pointed down and the hips raised, heels raised. So that is one way you can perform. So if you are able to perform the asana, then you can bring your hands into the Bindu Mudra. Gaze to the tip, gaze to the third eye. In this asana, we'll be gazing to the third eye. The visualization in our inner space is of Bhagavan Mahakala Bhairava. The pranayama is the Rechaka Kumbhaka, and the japa we are going to be performing is Mahasada Shivoham.
गुल्पो संपीड्य चान्योन्यं व्युत्क्रमेणोत्थितं शनैः जान्वो पार्श्वगतौ हस्तौ दण्डवद् भैरवासनम्.
Now you can slowly relax your foot. Slowly bring your knees together. Just take a moment to relax the legs. Bring your knees together. Relax your hips. And now with this, we'll also be entering into Shavasana. Let's stretch our legs, come down onto our back. Keep your hands by your sides with the palms facing up. Bring your entire body down into a comfortable, relaxed position. Close your eyes. And now completely unclutch from your entire body, from all the micro movements that's happening. Completely relax. Unclench from each part of your body, from the foot, your legs, your hips, your chest, shoulders, arms, your face, your neck. Unclench from every part of the body. And anywhere you may be feeling some sort of discomfort from the today's yoga, then bring awareness to that part.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Now, slowly come back to your body. Start by moving your toes and fingers. Now you can bend your knees and bring your arms around your knees. Bring your knees to your chest. Just rock yourself from side to side. Now you can come up into a comfortable seated position. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center. And let's take a moment to remember all the great things Swamiji has manifested for us. Whatever Swamiji has manifested, offering gratitude to him, bringing the space of gratitude inside us. Let's take a deep breath, visualizing Swamiji in our inner space and chant the Purna mantra, offering that gratitude at his feet. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamedavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all. Hope all of you enjoyed today's Nithyananda Yoga session. Looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow for the yoga session. And if you have any questions during the process, during the session, feel free to post your questions on the YouTube live chat and we'll be happy to answer them as the yoga happens as well. Thank you all. Nithyanandam.